Hey, we are live from
Hey.
Chicago. Daniela, where are you actually? I didn't ask you.
Actually, I'm in France,
In France.
in
Oh,
close to Bordeaux.
lovely. I'm locked in because I'm in America. We can't go anywhere. Anyway, hi everyone. It's so lovely to, well, not see you, but I can feel your presence um, now and then later
Right.
when someone's watching it later. I'm Magda from Coacharya. Really, really great to see you. And I mean, I'm always excited, but I'm excited now because we were just chatting about empowering women. We were chatting about um, the brilliance of cultural diversity a little bit because we're launching our youth leadership program next week. And come to think of it, diversity has been kind of like this thread in my life. Um, and I literally cannot think of where I would be today if it wasn't for the people and cultures that have challenged me throughout. And I'm so much richer for it. So, anyway, I'm really excited to be connecting with you. You're in France, and we'll be talking about, and you work in diversity and inclusion, and we'll be talking about your panel, which also talks about diversity, women specifically. So, anyway, I'm more excited than usual, even though it's Friday. So,
Um,
Daniela, hello.
Likewise, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me. And congratulations, by the way, to all this amazing conference happening globally. And really, I appreciate the top quality of speakers and the diversity of topics from Ubuntu to Crossroads paths, and then animals who can help you, actually, how they can help us be a better person. You are challenging perceptions. So really, thank you. And I am delighted to be part of it,
Oh, thank you so
honestly.
much. That's lovely. I mean, that's the reason we did it, right? Awake or Arise is there to show us the diversity of how we can think and where we can find inspiration and how we can grow and help others grow through this amazing world of coaching, of mentoring, of lifting people up. Because let's be honest, we can all help each other a little bit right now.
Yeah,
So thank you. That makes
yeah,
me feel nice and
amazing.
happy inside. Daniela, tell us who
Likewise.
you are. We'll talk about your panel in a second, but tell us who you are, what you do, what makes you tick.
Yes. Well, first, maybe I should explain my origin because I'm in
Okay.
France, but I'm also Brazilian with Italian roots. And I've been living in Europe for 15 years now. I experienced it already Italy, England, and Spain. So I have also this cross-cultural background that brings me this multilingual approach. And being an expert in D&I, diversity and inclusion, I help companies recruit in a more inclusive way. I train as well future recruiters and HRs in these matters in equality approach. I help leaders become more inclusive. Then they can create actually a culture of belonging. And this is my connection to the topic, but also to my what I care about and my purpose.
Oh, that's lovely. We should all care about diversity and inclusion. I need to come back to you. We need to do another panel just on that. I think we
Be
have one.
amazing.
I'm sure we have one. So tell us about the panel you are on. It's for ridiculously cool women from all over the world. Yeah, tell us about it. When is it and
So
what is
very
it?
international. So our connection actually from the four panelists are like fantastic leaders is Lean, the movement. I am the regional leader and founder of Lean Bordeaux. Then we have Preethi Guruswamy, who is actually part of Coacharya alumni. And then she is the connection with us. She's a leader as well, regional leader in Lean Human in Tech of India. Then we have Debo Harris, Lean UK, regional leader and founder. Finally, Jilinda, who is the founder and regional leader of Lean Queensland. She's based in Australia. So you have continents, different countries, different cultures and approaches as well to how we speak truth to power. And that's the topic we are talking about. It's about taking risks and standing up for what we really believe in and make things happen, but also how we can be heard, how we make powerful people hear us.
Is this going to focus on the workplace, or are you looking at kind of a broader perspective?
Both, actually. It's something that actually is important in society and in the workplace. We can bring the approach everywhere we go if we stand up, if you have beliefs, and you are against discriminations as well, and you are part of any underrepresented group, not only women, it can extend to many other categories that, unfortunately, we have categories, right? Because diversity should be seen as superpower or something positive and not something that it's underrepresented. And we need more representation. We need to be heard. That's why we are talking about the approach, how we can bring also the challenge to leaders and the system to change, to become more inclusive and use more empathy. We are talking about allyship as well. This actually will be a very interesting panel with this variety of experts, because each of us, we have a different expertise, like from coaches to actually bringing specific also in race. And for example, Preethi is specialized in tech, woman in tech. She brings a lot of practical examples of really experiencing how to speak the truth to power.
I have some experience in tech. It's a fun world to navigate. Let's just leave it there. Daniela, tell me, in general, why do you think diversity is so important? Why have you focused your career on increasing diversity?
Well, it comes probably because I am a woman and I'm part of the underrepresented groups. During my whole life, I have 38, by the way, and in over 30, I was still not understanding what's going on here, why I'm not being heard, why I feel undervalued. I didn't feel like I fit in any place I was working with. And finally, I had the click. Actually, leaning played a lot of role on that, because I found my values behind the movement, the social project, and my work was missing these values, which I actually appropriated it and I included it in every single service I offer. It's not only about diversity. Diversity brings you innovation, but it will bring you innovation if you invest in the inclusion and belonging. Because if I am diverse and I don't feel I belong, I won't share my ideas. I won't speak up. I won't give you my feedback. So how can you innovate? How can you be more creative? How the company can grow and have different approaches? Now we have the pandemic, right? You really need to challenge the way you lead, because the old-fashioned way, which I like calling it, of leadership, is no longer adaptable for this. It was already obsolete now more than ever.
What occurs to me just now is, when I hear people talk about kind of the genders and cultural strengths of different types of people, I think the Zoom thing and the online thing actually lends itself really well to women. I feel like this is an opportunity for us to.
I agree. I am an optimist person. Being an entrepreneur, we need to be as well. Solutions searcher, not focusing problems, right? So if there is a crisis, what can I do now? And thinking in short and long term, which actions I can take now and take the opportunities behind this crisis. So for us, this is one of the opportunities to being heard and bring together. I've been participating in many communities online that actually are supporting each other, creating a allyship online as well. It's powerful because we elevate each other, we help each other, and we actually make our voice being heard. It's just a question of how I use these tools, how I use the social network, for example, LinkedIn, in an organic way, in a genuine way. Our approach must be very creative. And yeah, you're right. This online era, it's positive for women and underrepresented groups in general, from my point of view.
Yeah, totally agree. So this panel that's coming up on speaking truth to power, who should attend this? Who must attend this? Because everyone should attend it, but who must attend this?
Well, leaders, I call you to join us. Men, join us as well, because this is a conversation we need to have and with everyone. It's not only for women to attend, okay? Because we are talking about, it's not about fixing women, it's about fixing the system. Yes, we are bringing practical solutions as well for women, how we can actually stand up for ourselves. But if you don't have allies, it's really hard actually to make your voice heard. So men, be an ally, join us, and anyone actually would be important to join, but let's target the leaders.
Awesome. Yeah, leaders, you heard Daniela, come join us. But in general, I just want to say that, some people interpret women's movements as, oh, it's a girl clique. No, that's not what it is. Diversity and inclusion includes men. So what I love about the kinds of things that we're talking about is how do we as a society come together? How do we not have either gender have more power? It's about how do we cooperate better together? It just so happens that the women have been in the background for way too long. So we have to lift each other up so we can get to that place of equality. And I know that we can.
And because if you think about gender, it's not all about woman and man, and there is intersectionality behind, right? The broad and kind of discrimination, the difference of a woman of color, a Black woman, if we are from the LGBTQ plus community, and handicap, and all this add you more barriers, and it makes it more hard, even more difficult to get there. And creating belonging in our environment, in society, and in companies, it's the key actually to make people feel safe and speak their truth to power. I will actually talk about inclusive leadership a lot in this talk. And Jilinda, she'll bring the emotional intelligence approach, and then Debo will actually enhance the allyship, and with also all the experience of Preethi being in a woman in tech, and all the challenge behind this experience will actually complement the conversation. And we hope people will come with very interesting questions related to that, and how we can actually help challenge and change and bring more humility and empathy through the way we talk, and building more relationships of trust and empowering more than that.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to it and to the panel. To those of you who are watching live, I will, soon after this is over, I will put a link in the description so you know where to register and when to see it. And if you're watching this at some point in the future, it's okay, because we're going to record it. And you can go to Coacharya's YouTube channel, and it's going to be there. And if I remember, I'm going to link the recording here too. But that's like in a week. So Daniela, remind me, send me an email. Hey, Magda,
I will.
the recording.
No, don't worry.
Thank you so much, Daniela.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. I will see you at Awake, Aware, Arise. It's a month-long event. We just finished week 2. It's actually 5 weeks, wow. Which seems crazy, and 3 sessions per day. But it's wonderful because we get to see different perspectives and challenge thinking, and also think about what we ourselves as individuals, as leaders, as coaches can do to affect systemic problems that are plaguing the world. So it's a worthwhile effort, and it's worthwhile for all of you to attend and support our lovely speakers like Daniela.
Join us.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Magda. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Daniela.